it's Suffer, and I'm back with another video. And today I'm coming to you from my new microphone. What? Yeah, I bought a new mic because I've been using my phone to record the voiceovers up until now, and I figured that wasn't very good. So I decided to go out and get a microphone, and I got the blue Snowball mic, and I think it's really nice. So I hope that you guys notice a difference in quality of the audio and that you like how it sounds. So please let me know about that. So today I'm doing Back to the Future fan art because it's quite a long time ago now, but my dad and my sister and I started watching all of the movies again. We've watched them basically, I think, 50 times at least. But we watched them all again. And I really wanted to do some fan art because I've been wanting to do so for a really long time, but I never did. That's a lie, actually, because I did a small thing for my Inktober last year, but it wasn't very good. So I wanted to do it again, basically, I guess. So here I am. So I was thinking for this that I wanted to do a poster kind of style of art. And I didn't really know what to do because I didn't want to do it just Marty stepping out of the Delorean. That would be kind of boring because that's all of the official movie posters. So I went onto Google and searched for retro posters, and I found one with... It wasn't anything like this, but it was a girl standing in the front and then two guys behind her. But I kind of liked the idea of that, so I took that and I made Marty stand in the front. And then I tried, as you saw in the beginning, I tried to make Doug stand on the other side with two, what are those called? Alligator clips? I guess the ones you use for electricity. He uses them when they're back in time to simulate the electricity for the scale model that he makes of the city and the car. So I figured that would be fun, but I just couldn't really get it to make sense the way he was standing, so I just put him standing upright behind Marty looking at his watch instead. So yeah. And with hi. I'm bad at talking. With this drawing, I tried to make it more realistic than I do normally, and I think I kind of achieved that. Because it's way easier to do likeness, to make it look like the actual people if you do it more realistically. Not that it looks like Michael J. Fox or Christopher Lloyd at all, but I tried. So, you know, and drawing the DeLorean was super poops. I hate drawing cars. I've drawn, I think, one car before this one, so it makes sense that I wouldn't be very good at it. So please bear with me for that one. But yeah, that was really hard, and I'm probably not gonna do it again if I can get around it. But here's a DeLorean for you. And then my dad came in and he told me that it didn't really look like Marty because he didn't have enough hair in the back. He thought that he needed longer hair, so I gave him longer hair, and I think he was right. I think it looks a little bit better now, but it still doesn't really look like Michael J. Fox. So at some point I just kind of gave up and went with it. And here I'm doing the line work, and I'm adding way more details than what was in the sketch layer, because I was looking at reference, and I figured I want to try to see how much detail I can put into the clothing of this drawing. So I did that. And I think that some parts of his vest looks really good, and other parts look very bad. So yeah, and the shoes this time, for the first time probably ever, I used a reference for the shoes because I don't know how Nike shoes looks. So I googled 80s Nike shoes, I think, something like that. And when I watched the third movie, I found out that his shoes are low shoes, and I did high shoes. So yeah, but just don't tell anyone. It's fine. And for Doc's hair, I had a lot of trouble because I like to draw hair in one big mass. And he has a lot of really thin hair, and it's really hard to emulate that when you draw the way that I do. So it turned out looking way more massive than it was supposed to. So whoops. And I don't really know which kind of shoes he wears. It's the suit that he's wearing is supposed to be the one that he's wearing in the beginning of the first movie. But I didn't really know what shoes he wore with that, so I just gave him rubber boots. And as you saw before, I filled them in. I usually fill my characters in with one solid color, and for this one I did solid color and then different shades to see which parts would be where, and then I went in and filled it with the actual colors. So yeah, and then I made the patterns on things that needed patterns, and I did some before shading. I like to think of it as before shading because it's not really shading, it's just making the different tones that would be found because denim fabric is often, when it's made into pants and clothing, it's often washed or something in a way that makes it way darker some places than other places, so I just tried to do that. And here I'm just really shading and highlighting the vest because it's very bunchy, so it needs a lot of shading to show that. And later on I go in and put shading all over Marty and Doug, and that really took away from the shading that I had done. So that's too bad, but you can enjoy the shading until I do that in the video, I guess. But yeah, I'm just shading away, and I tried to do more shading than I usually do because I was trying to make it more realistic, and I think right now on Doc's face it looks kind of good actually. It could use a little bit more contrast, I think. Maybe I go in and add some later, I don't remember, but yeah. And I think that the vest turned out really good, and Doc's face, I think those two parts are my favorite. But the Delorean, I didn't really have any patience to do it, so it just turned out really weird, and I don't know if the colors are super right, but yeah, I tend to lose patience when I draw a lot. For example, this background, I was just really ready to be done with this, so it's not very good. It's just, I just splotched some colors everywhere, and I tried to use the colors of the original poster because I think they're really nice and iconic for Back to the Future. So that's what I did. And then now I think in a second I go in and add some shading to make it look like the light is coming from the back, so Marty and Doug would be all shaded in the front. And yeah, I do that now, and then just really, I think a lot of the shading detail got lost when I did that, so it's too bad, but I'm not gonna go back and fix it now because I'm done with the thing. So yeah, and then I did this one, but I think there was too much space on the top, so I tried to write Back to the Future, but I don't really know if I like the way it looks. So yeah, but you get both so you can see. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all later.